Have an opportunity to get any momentum on that. There were 3 or 4 Eagles on top of him just as he caught the ball.
Lucky it was complete. So 3rd and long for the Spartans. The ball at about their own 27. Back to pass. Has time. Going to fire a dart over the middle, and it will be complete to the 38-yard line. What a nice pass by Shulak.
Well, he had good patience in the pocket, Glenn. He took his time. He waited for Andrew Covington to come out. Ryan McDowell to come open, and he hit him right about the 39-yard line. Moved the chains.
Set of downs for the Spartans. There's some early stumbles, finding a little bit of momentum on that play. And in motion across the formation, jet sweep. The Milford defender tried to get an arm out, but it wasn't enough. Now there's a path down the sideline, but Nick Scally was
nice stiff arm there. He's able to turn the corner.
So Luke Gillick back to live action.
The new stands over here. It's really nice.
Hopefully the best is yet to come.
Yep. Harding's in the shotgun.
It looks like it's going to be right around the 20. Yeah, the parking situation out there is kind of like you would see on one of the big rivalry basketball games with Loveland. All right, nice kickoff. Will be fielded at the 6-yard line. Good hole opens up the middle. Nice stiff arm, and finally brought down at the 31-yard line.
That was McDowell on the return for Turpin. They're going to start at the 35-yard line.
Dole's done a nice job back there in that position for Turpin this season, Mike.
Yes, he has.
So let's see what this Turpin Spartans offense can come up with. Will Shulak and Keenan Alcalde.
There's a penalty on the field, Glenn. I just
saw that.
Yeah, it's holding.
Holding against the Spartans, so that 24-yard line is going to back up. All the way to the 14.
I don't think Milford could have scripted this any better than what's going on right now.
Yeah. Well, they needed to seize momentum early. I feel like they did a pretty good job of that. And now the defense has to hang on to it.
Yep.
See what Shulak and Alcalde have to say about that.
Milford staying in the net. Now they're going to a 4-3.
Shulak surveys the defense, calls for the ball. Hand off to Alcalde, who has a nice hole on the right
tackle.
side. Yeah, but keeping him in bounds. A good hit that time. It's number 3, Bryce Burleson.
Nice tackle there, because Alcalde looked like if he could have turned that corner, he could have got a heck of a lot more yards. Looks like Milford's going to blitz. Yep.
2nd and 4, we'll call it. Turpin looking over for the adjustments. A lot of kids on both sidelines, Mike.
Yep.
Good to see.
It is great to see.
Anticipation levels back up after dropping off a little bit last year, for obvious reasons. A little bit of perhaps trickeration there. Dump off over to the left side. It's complete to Gillick.
Luke Ray on that tackle, and number 5, Taj Price. They sniffed that out. That'll be the last play of the first quarter.
Not the result the Spartans were hoping for, and yep, there it is. 0-0s on the clock at the end of the first quarter. The home-standing Milford Eagles 7, the Turpin Spartans still trying to find the scoreboard. We're going to step away for a moment and be right back. You're watching ICRC-TV Sports.
On air or online, this is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
Welcome back to Eagles Stadium. By calling Electric Mike, we have the stat sheet from our sports information director, Sean Sell. What stands out for you?
Yeah, we'll get it after this play here, Glenn.
Oh, they're not that quick to get back on the field.
Yeah.
Turpin's anxious.
Yeah.
3rd and 5, or thereabouts. Man in motion. Shulak calls for the ball. Alcalde on the left side, not able to turn the corner.
Wow. So, Glenn, let's just a couple things stand out. Time of possession, 7:50, 4:10 in favor of Milford. Milford's run twice as many plays as Turpin, and have twice as many yards. So that's pretty evident. They had that long drive there to get on the board. Other than that, there's really nothing that stands out. Harden's 5 of 9 for 62. Sholek is 4 of 5 for 28, so really nothing.
Boy, Rosenbrawl with a nice punt. It's going to take an Eagles bounce out of bounds, the 34-yard line, but really good change of field position there.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, big stop by Milford. You know, we talk about Turpin answering that touchdown by the Eagles. What does Milford do? Come out. They stop him, make him punt the ball. Now they got the ball back around the 35-yard line.
Yeah, momentum squarely on the side of the Eagles at this point, but give credit where it's due. That was a nice punt by Rosenbrawl after that line drive sideways kick that pinned the Eagles back. They were still able to march down the field, but more traditional looking punt that time. Yeah,
I was watching him in warm-ups, Glenn. He's got a leg. I think this line drive one down here was intentional to try to pin him back.
No, I'm sure. Okay, empty backfield for Harden, and he drops the football as he was trying to load up his arm. So just like that, a 5-yard loss for the Eagles on first down. Thankfully able to recover the ball.
And then I'm looking out there. Dusing's not out there. So I'm trying to see if they're working on him. Anyway. They got him over there down there in the tent.
Still in the tent over here in front of the flock. Well, it's time for some other guys to step up. We called Reese Davis a couple times on that touchdown drive. He's back in that slot position. One man in the backfield with Harden. He's going to hand it off. He's going to try the right side, but the Turpin defense will collapse and limit the gain to just a couple of yards.
Trey Carpenter, number 38, on the tackle. It's going to be third. It's almost maybe 18, 19 yards. So Turpin looks like they'll probably give him that underneath, but they don't want to give up the big play here, Glenn.
Sawyer Kopp on that carry for Milford, 5'9", 160-pound junior. So 3rd and a bunch for the Eagles.
See if they come with the blitz. Yeah, here they come.
Yep, here they come. Handoff. Kopp has a hole on the left side. He's going to get up to the 35-yard line. Still 10 yards shy of the marker, so it should be punt team time, and here they come.
Yeah, back to the little original line of scrimmage. So nice series for the Turpin Spartans to get Milford basically 3 and out and get possession of the ball back. At least that's the intent.
McDowell is back to receive the kick for the Spartans. He's camped out around the 25-yard line of his team.
Lucky to punt.
Good kick.
That's interesting.
Let it roll.
Wow.
It's going to be brought down around the 17, 16-yard line.
Well, it looked like he could have taken a few steps up there and caught that ball, right?
Yeah, you almost think it was intentional.
Well, it absolutely was intentional.
Well, I meant the coach saying stay away from it.
Okay.
Kick right to you is kind of what I meant. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it. That's another one of those plays where I don't understand. If you get an opportunity to call for fair catch, and you get, 10, 14, 15 yards or so.
Got your ears pinned back in your territory now. Turpin, quick pass, incomplete over to the right side, and
he was over the back. I'm in a good call by the official over there.
Home fans don't like it, but a good call. I agree. He was draped all over him.
There's Stickle on coverage for the Eagles.
If you saw the NFL opener last night, there was a play where Davis was draped all over a receiver. He turned around, looked at the referee like, what'd I do?
Here's a replay. Yeah, I did see that.
Got to make your case even when you know you're wrong, I guess, right? So 15-yard penalty. Reset first down for the Spartans in a little better field position this time. At least they're not so close to their own end zone. The ball will be snapped from their 35-yard line, let's call it.
I think that's only the second penalty so far in the game.
Well, pretty uneventful. Let's keep it that way, knock on wood. Called a right side. Positive yards, forced out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Al called it, excuse me.
It looks like Milford's going to be not going to let him get out there outside. Anytime he gets the ball, there's two or three guys that are shadowing him. They don't want him to break a big one.
I'm sure he wasn't just a player to watch for us. I'm sure the Milford defense is keeping an eye on him as well. Schulach looks over for his adjustments. He's got two receivers to either side. Alcalde in the backfield. Looks left. And passes complete over to the right, but looks like that's actually going to be a loss, Mike.
Man, how many times are they going to try that play? It's not worked for him one shift today.
Yeah. Milford's ready for it, and they're athletic enough to prevent it from going anywhere.
It's going to be a loss of a couple yards. I see one of the coaches over there on the sidelines who's none too happy. I'm not sure if he's none too happy with the receiver or something happened on the field that he was expecting a call by the official. Nevertheless, it's 3rd and 6.
Low snap.
Oh!
Under pressure, and the Milford defense stands up and will bring Will Schulach down all the way back at the 25-yard line.
Wow.
So that was nearly a 15-yard loss on that sack.
Wow.
Amazing.
Great pressure by the Eagles defense. Turpin's just not able to get get anything going here so far through quarter and a half.
It looks like their bread and butter plays have turned moldy on them. They're trying to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, and Milford's ready for it.
Yep.
So Turpin, yet again, will search for answers offensively. Throws the ball. Punt. Oh, a little miscommunication, but fielded somewhat cleanly at the 35-yard line. Advances the ball out to the 39.
It was Ray again. Luke Ray on the punt return. Milford's got great field position. I think they need to go back to that ground and pound a little bit, Glenn. I hate to steal that cliche, but that really worked for them, and then mix up some plays or some pass plays in there.
Yeah.
They could use 4 or 5 minutes on this clock, get some more points on the board. It's looking awfully good for the Eagles.
Well, you've got Webster in the backfield on this series. Harden comes out to join him. We'll see how prescient you are, Mike.
Yep.
One receiver to either side, so it does look like a power formation with that H-back right behind the right guard. Hand off to Webster, who's going to try to follow that H-back, and he's going to plow his way forward for close to 5 yards.
Yeah, Webster comes in, he's had a little over 200 yards combined through the first 3 games.
That's a pretty impressive run. It didn't look like it was going to be a whole lot of anything, and managed to turn that into 5 yards.
Yeah.
That's what that power of Webster you talked about earlier will give you.
Yeah, he's averaging 6.5 yards per carry, so.
We'll call it 2nd and 6 based on what I can see. Handoff to Webster again, has a hole off the left tackle. He'll dive up to the 48-yard line. Needs to get just about to midfield to get the first down. So 3rd and short for the Eagles.
Clock continue to run.
Hey, you can see it. 6:06. It's great. This quarter's flying by. We're halfway through the second quarter right now.
Be interesting. I got to believe Milford's going to keep the ball on the ground here, Glenn. I think you're going to put Webster between the tackles and just make it smash mouth football.
Yeah, they don't have their obvious passing formation out there. Handoff again to Webster. Turpin sniffed it out, and that's going to go backward by about a yard or two. So it's going to set up 4th and about 4.
Dusing's still down there on the trainer's table, Glenn. So the longer he stays down there, looks like he's got an ice pack on his knee.
Man, let's send good thoughts that way. Honestly, I didn't see him get hit other than the tackle that brought him down. But his injuries sometimes are sneaky.
Yep.
But obviously we want Dusing to get healthy and get back on the field. These kids have been through so much the last couple of years with COVID and so forth. Just to miss any time to injury is almost insult to injury. Deucing, of course, in his senior year.
That's interesting again. He catches it and takes a knee. Well, with 4:49 to go, Milford still clinging to a 7-0 lead.
Folks, go ahead, Mike.
No, Turpin's going to take over the on downs around the 21-yard line. Go ahead, Glenn.
I want you to stay tuned at halftime, as we'll be presenting our Milford on the Miami series that our great production crew has produced here over the last couple of weeks. We'll see that at halftime. Learn about all the goings on here in the Milford community. 1st and 10 for the Spartans, of course, after the punt, under pressure. Pass is complete. It's struggling to get much in the way of positive yardage, and in fact, it's going to go backwards by about 4.
That's Luani on that tackle. He got McCullough wrapped up, and he wasn't going to let him go. He's got to come out because his helmet came off. That's a loss of 2 yards.
You know, you're starting to beat the dead horse. They keep trying to make that play work, and Milford's not giving it to them. Be interesting to go back and look how many times that's resulted in negative yardage for the Spartans. 2 receivers up top, 1 on the near side. H-back in motion, handoff to Alcalde. He's going to bully his way forward to about the 20-yard line, the 19, looks like, where it'll be officially spotted.
Unani coming back into the game. 3rd and about 7 for Spartans.
Calling it 6 yards officially across the way. 3 receivers up top. Shulak back to pass, under pressure. He's going to have to scramble, and he's brought down from behind.
Wow.
Well, give all credit to this Milford defensive line and these linebackers. They are not giving Shulak time to do anything, and not giving these Spartan defender or playmakers time to do anything.
Yeah, as soon as the quarterback gets out of the pocket, Glenn, the Eagles are all over him. He can't even tuck the ball and run. It's been great defense, great game planning so far on the Eagles side. Turpin's, I have to believe they're frustrated.
Rosenbrawl out for what I believe is his 4th punt of the evening. He will kick it away from just inside his own 5-yard line. Nice high booming kick. It's going to be fair caught right at midfield, or maybe just a touch inside it into Eagles territory. So wonderful field position for the Milford Eagles, and 2 minutes and 40 seconds with which to work.
Absolutely. Great field position right at midfield. Good job on Stickle on that punt. Catch that ball, didn't have to advance it, and great field position for the Eagles.
This is where balance comes in handy, right?
Yeah.
You want to mix the pass and run here, not burn too little clock, not burn too much clock. So trips up top, 1 to the bottom. Looks like we still have Kopp in the backfield with Harden to start this possession. Quick dump off over to the left side is complete, spinning, barreling his way forward to the 45-yard line.
That's Cam Livingston's first time we've called him tonight. He's a junior, 6'1", 165. So a little bit of height. You don't have Deucing's height over there, but you still have somebody over 6 foot.
Right. And really, the only other person you got at Deucing's height is James Crouch, who was listed 2nd on the depth chart at tight end.
Yep.
All right, 2nd and about 5. Harden, here comes the pressure, has to dump it off, and it will fall incomplete. Never really a chance for anyone to catch that ball. Looked like he was throwing it in the general direction of Kopp to avoid the grounding. But Harden had to backpedal quickly and didn't stop until he threw the ball on that one.
Yeah, that was good pressure by that defensive line of Turpin. To your point, Harden was going back on his heels. He couldn't get set, so he really couldn't put any accuracy on that pass. Lucky he didn't get intercepted.
It's 3rd and 4 officially. Harden with an empty backfield. Here comes the blitz again.
Oh!
Leaping catch across the middle will be good for a first down. What a great catch by Sawyer Kopp. He's 5'9", and he went upstairs to get that football.
Here's a replay, Glenn. You can see it. Nice job, Harding. He's getting pressured. He stayed in the pocket, delivered the ball. Kopp got it and got a first down. Number 20 on the tackle, Rosenbrawl, but not before the Eagles got a first down, and the clock continues to move.
First set of downs on the Turpin 37-yard line. Harden back to pass, has times, looking deep down the right side. Pass is caught, complete, and just shy of the touchdown for the Eagles is number 3, Bryce Burleson.
Oh, Glenn, I think that was 5.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, Taj Price.
Taj Price, yeah, sorry about that to both those young men. But what a fantastic catch.
Absolutely. Wow.
Well, it's the first time we've really seen Milford dial up a big home run ball, and Taj Price.
Here's a replay, Glenn.
Able to hook up with Harden.
You can show good protection in the pocket. Harden delivered the ball right where it needed to be, right over the shoulder. Lenant, is he in? Yes, he is.
Yep, there's an Eagle touchdown. Just
Luani
like
in
that.
for a second touchdown.
Second touchdown of the night.
Milford takes it in. 4 plays to get the ball into the end zone for their second score of the night.
Milford burned just right around a minute, maybe not even on that.
That's pretty crazy.
On that drive. They'll take it to be this close to halftime with a 2-score lead. Well, a little bit of a surprise, I think, looking at it on paper with some of the offensive and defensive rankings. We thought Turpin might have an edge. You and I talking before the game, but Milford has really delivered some curveballs to Turpin, and Turpin's not been able to react to them.
Maybe there's some chalkboard stuff up there, Glenn, to get them fired out before they came out here, right?
Yeah, never know what's happening on social media.
Put all those stats up there, and if you look at, if you believe what you read, I don't think many people would have figured this game would be potentially 14-0 at halftime for the Eagles.
Yeah, you know, we seem to have caught a number of these Turpin games over the past couple of years, and it's been big blowouts either way. You know, a couple years ago, early part of Coach Crippa's term as head coach, it was Milford, and Kent McCullough comes over to Turpin, and it's been all Turpin the last couple of years. And what a great game so far. Really, we'll be anxious to see the adjustments that Turpin makes in the locker room at halftime for the second half to try to get this game closer. Crawford's kick is good.
Yeah, good. We'll get the first half statistics, but it's going to be significantly lopsided into the Eagles' favor.
Well, my estimation, the Spartans need to figure out a way to get the ball in Al Halday's hands and run, not pass it to him. He needs to be running the football because the Milford defense is pretty much clamped down on Shulock in that passing game.
Yeah, again, these are just the first quarter statistics. He only carried the ball 3 times for 15 yards. I don't think he's got that many more yards here in the second quarter.
I would agree.
You know, he came in averaging 180 yards a game.
So joining McDowell in the backfield is Jillick with 2 men deep to field this kickoff. See if they actually elect to field the ball and run it. Hasn't been their MO on the punts tonight.
Nope. The flock's going crazy out there. Nice punt or nice kickoff.
Yeah.
At the 5.
Go back deep to McDowell. McDowell's just going to drive straight ahead, and he'll be brought down on the 21-yard line.
Looks like that's number 32 for the Eagles, Manny Escante for the Eagles. First time we got an opportunity to call him tonight. I apologize if I didn't pronounce that last name correctly, but Manny's he's a senior.
Turpin has 81 seconds and 79 yards roughly to go to try to find the scoreboard here.
We talked about Milford not doing anything silly. Turpin's got to adhere to that same policy.
A little bit of a home run ball, but overthrown by Shulock. Had a receiver streaking down the sideline and kind of hurt our Milford coaching staff over here. Was a little worried about that one.
That was pretty significantly overthrown, but you got to believe Turpin is, as you talked about adjustments, they're going to have to make some significant adjustments coming out of halftime.
Shulock with an empty backfield, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Maybe some early movement, but no flag. Pass is
incomplete.
Incomplete, just inside the 30-yard line.
Nice job by Price. He knocked that right out of his hands. Here we go. You talked about Turpin. So far, 2 pass plays. They've used about, what, 10 seconds?
Yeah. Louis Burke was the intended receiver that time, so it is 3rd and 10 with 1:08. Could Milford get the ball back? Maybe add on some incremental points here in the final 68 seconds of this quarter. See if the defense does their job.
Shulock got him open.
Time.
What happened?
Yeah, busted coverage.
Oh, no.
Busted coverage, and that should be a Spartans touchdown. Nope, he's going to be ruled down at the 1-yard line.
Wow, just what couldn't have happened.
Jack Feltman was wide open in the left part of the formation.
Wow.
And just like that, the Spartans burned about 6 seconds off the clock to try to get the 1 yard they need. Of course, a big scrum in the middle, a little push from behind.
See, waiting for the official call.
Milford saying no. The officials saying no so far. So bend but don't break. Milford defense stands up to a threat again.
Here's the long pass here, Glenn. We can maybe see what happened. There it is. You see nobody within 10 yards of him.
Just one covered somewhere.
And then it's just a foot race to the house.
Turpin's going to try to let this run down. They're pretty confident. Nope, they're going to call a timeout now as the clock crosses just under 30 seconds.
Ian Worthington, number 34, kept Turpin out of the end zone. Give him credit, he didn't give up on the play.
Well, it doesn't take long.
Nope.
Just like that, one blown coverage, and Turpin's knocking on the goal line. It'll be 2nd and goal after the timeout. You have to think it's...
They got to pound it.
Review your blocking assignments, right?
Yeah.
Dig down deep and pile through. And so on the replay, offensive line didn't quite do their job that time for the Spartans. Let's see what they can do here after the timeout. 29.3 seconds. The Eagles with a 14-point lead, but the Spartans knocking on the door. Shulock and Alcalde in the backfield. Have to think it's going to Alcalde.
Plenty of time on the shot clock, down to 15.
Look over for an adjustment based on what the Milford defense is giving. Man in motion.
Touchdown.
Alcalde barrels into the end zone pretty easily. So Keenan Alcalde makes his presence known, but not before Feltman, excuse me, puts a big exclamation point on that drive for the Spartans.
Just when the Eagles had them pinned back again deep in their own territory, we talked about with 1 minute and 8 seconds left to go, we talked about, is Milford going to get the ball back? Well, they're going to get the ball back, but they're only going to get the ball back with 23 seconds, and Turpin's got 7 points on the board.
Not the way they were hoping, but...
Or 6 points, I should say.
Extra point attempt on the way. Holder calls for the ball. Clean hold.
No good.
Kick is no good.
I was a little premature with giving him the extra point.
Always seems to work out that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, the old jinx, right?
Never trust a kicking game in high school football.
That is so true.
All right, so Milford hangs on to an 8-point lead after the missed extra point by the Spartans. And they will get the ball back with 23 seconds to go here in the first half.
Well, you got to believe they're going to take a knee going to halftime with a
Just saw
7-point lead. And
Coach Crippen just put his headset on the bench.
yeah,
So, yeah, they'll knee this out and take that 8-point lead into the locker room. And I'm sure there are some raised eyebrows across the city tonight when they're going to see this halftime score.
yep. Well, Turpin's going to get the ball to begin this third quarter. So, you know, they'll have a little bit of momentum going into halftime. And again, you mentioned earlier, Glenn, about the adjustments. I still believe they need to make some adjustments.
I think a lot.
They got to get Alcalde on. They got to get him going.
You saw just there what a force he is. I mean, that's a short yardage situation, but you know, the guy's one of the leaders in the ECC. He can run the ball, that's for daggone sure. Senior experience, 9 TDs coming into tonight. He has 10 now.
That was interesting.
Yep, a little squiver right to the guys up front. Maybe thought there might be an opportunity to catch it on a deflection maybe and get it back, but suspect Eagles just, or the Milford Eagles will.
No, they're going to take a couple shots, Glenn.
You think?
Yep.
Okay.
Wouldn't surprise me. I think they'll take 2 shots maybe. If they don't get it, then they'll take a knee.
Yep.
And Turpin has 2 more. Yeah. I think they're going to take a shot.
They wouldn't huddle up this long if they didn't plan on doing something, right?
Well, Harding's not even at quarterback.
Webster in the backfield.
They got Luke Barkblummer. See, I told you he's going for it. He caught it!
Holy cow.
No. Oh my gosh.
Looked like he had that at the 15-yard line.
Wow.
A heck of an attempt
Wow,
there.
I thought he caught that. Sorry, Glenn, didn't mean to get too excited, but
No.
here's a replay.
Well,
He really went up there to get it. He had the ball.
just lost it coming to the ground.
Lost it coming to the ground. Yeah, there it is. You can see it pop out there at the last second.
So Milford takes a timeout, 14 and a half seconds remaining. So probably good enough for
One more.
at least one more. Coach Crippen's probably wishing he didn't put his headset on the bench over there. I doubt that. He knows what he's going to call.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, they've got these already drawn up in these kind of situations. It's the old, you know, go to the corner and we'll throw the ball there and try and catch it. You just got to hold on to the football here.
No turnovers. No turnovers. Don't want to find yourself in that position, right?
Yep. Harding's back in the game.
Harden back in. It's going to be Kopp in the backfield with him.
See if they're going to go almost to a Freeman. I wonder. It looks like, yeah.
Man in motion. Harden looks left, stays left.
Oh, the hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder. They're going to get a quick timeout, and there it is. Boy, it's going to be real close to a first down, Mike.
6 seconds left to go. So this is 2 long passes, maybe 1.
Wow. Executed pretty well, I think it's fair to say, right?
The old hook and ladder.
Pitch and
That's
catch.
it. That's it. That's the end of the first
All
half.
right. They had their opportunities, and they say, we'll take our 8-point lead
Yeah, pretty smart.
into the locker room. So at the end of 1, it's the Milford Eagles 14. It's the Turpin Spartans 6. Again, stay tuned here at halftime for our new series, Milford on the Miami, to learn what's going on here in the Milford community. Mike and I are going to step away for a halftime break. We'll be back with the first half stats in just a moment. You're watching ICRC-TV Sports.
or online. This is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
Both teams have taken the field. We're just about ready to get the season underway.
ICRC Friday Night Football. We are back here.
Brings a tackle at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings.
Side, he's looking for Hughes. Hughes has the separation.
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Stop. And it's going to be a pick six. Aviators. Touchdown.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Holy cow.
Hello, and welcome to the first edition of Milford on the Miami. My name is Amy Velardo, and I'm the mayor of Milford. With me today is our city manager, Michael Dotz. So we have decided that instead of sending out monthly newsletters, we are going to come to you live once a month with a new topic and information to share about our city or information that we think you might need. Today, we are at Riverside Park, down by the Legion on Water Street. We're here to talk about this beautiful pavilion that we just built last year and the new walking trail that is in place for your enjoyment as well. So, Michael, start by telling us a little bit about this pavilion and how we acquired the funds for this, and how many seats and how you reserve it.
Sure, absolutely, Mayor. As you know, we have 9 parks in our Milford Park system. This is our most recent addition to our Riverside Park. This is our Riverside Park shelter. It was constructed last year and was open in May of 2020. It's a beautiful shelter. It's open for anyone who's wanting to have a reunion, a cookout, or a small type of event. It houses about 25 to 30 people. We received a grant from our Community Development Block Grant with Claremont County to build this shelter. Again, it's a really nice facility. Anyone who's interested in renting this facility can call City Hall at 513-831-4192 and reserve.
So you can reserve it if I wanted to have a graduation party or a baby shower. I know with COVID, some people are still a little worried about going inside, especially with the new variant coming around. And this really is a wonderful place to come. There is plenty of seating and tables. There's electricity, and there are indoor bathrooms.
Correct. That's the one unique thing about this facility is our bathrooms are literally like 20 feet away.
Yeah.
So anyone who's having young children or needs to go to the restroom, there's certainly the capability for that there as well. Wide open space for people to spread out.
Yep.
So people that, again, as you mentioned, are still concerned about the variant and what's going on with COVID. There's plenty of space down here. There's plenty of picnic tables for people to spread out and social distance.
This really is so nice. There's plenty of parking. There are swing sets and even a smaller pavilion for another private setting over there. But the newest addition that I'm really excited to talk about is the walking path that we've just put in. Tell us about that.
So it is a 1/5 of a mile walking path that goes all around the perimeter of Riverside Park. This is phase 1 of the park, of our Riverside path. This was actually another grant that we secured through the Department of Natural Resources. We were able to leverage what we did with the pavilion as a match for our walking path, so there was no additional cost to the city because of that match. This is phase 1. Phase 2 will actually go around over to our new Jonas edition of our park. We're expected to have that path in the next couple years, and that will connect downtown Milford and Critchell Park right at Riverwalk Flats.
I love it. And how long is the path actually?
It's about 1/5 of a mile around.
So you have to walk around it about 20 times to get your mile in?
Yeah, you'll get your mile in, but it's longer than it looks. And again, it goes back kind of in our wooded area. We'll say under construction, we only took out one tree. It was a dead tree. So there was no tree lives that were lost during this, and it's being utilized already right now. And it's a great complement. It goes right by our pavilion. So anyone who has small children or whatever, if they want to take a walk while the party's going on or just relax, they have that capability there, and it's a shelter in case there's any inclement weather as well.
Yeah, it's just such a great location down here. I feel like there's always a nice breeze coming through here off the river. The river is literally right there, if that's appealing to you. We do have a lot of kayaks and canoes going by. It's kind of fun to sit there and watch them go by. Also, one thing to note, this area is included in the DORA.
Correct, yes. So you can bring your cup down here and take a walk and just enjoy everything that this park has to offer.
And go to the Legion if you wanted to refill your cup, you can do that as well. Just a really great location. You know, Michael, one of the things I really like about Milford's park locations are they're literally all within walking distance, right? So we've gone right from Riverside Park down here to Jonas Park in a minute. Not a hard walk at all, nice and easy. And that brings us to the new Jonas Park where we are right now, right?
Right, Mayor. Great point. We are at the corner of Cash Street and Elm Street at our newest park in our Milford Park system. This is Jonas Memorial Park. And we're here today to talk about some of the improvements that we've made to the park, maybe a little bit of one of our best kept secrets that we have in our park system here in a moment, and talk a little bit about what we talked about earlier, the phase 2 of our Riverside Park, which will actually again come through Jonas Memorial Park, go right along the river's edge, and connect up to Riverwalk Flats and Critchell Park. So let's take a look.
Yep, they all tie in really nicely. There's additional parking for you if you don't want to make the walk, and there's a little secret behind us I think we want to show everybody, right?
Absolutely, yes. Let's take a look.
Let's check it out. All right, Michael, this might be one of the best kept secrets in Milford.
It is, yeah. So the secret is out now. This is our beach. It's a naturally formed beach right off of the Little Miami River. There's a nice path that comes down right from Jonas Memorial Park. There's plenty of parking at Jonas Memorial Park. We actually got a grant through Claremont County's Park and Rec to add additional parking. So folks that are coming down to enjoy the beach, if it's just a nice day where you want to just get some sun, you want to watch canoe and kayak, folks, go down the river. If you want to wade out in the river a little bit, all of those options are open. Again, it's just a natural formation. It's great. It's great access to downtown Milford as well, and just a good part of your canoe and kayak trip.
It really is so peaceful down here. Now, we're filming this in the middle of the week, but typically on a weekend, this river is packed with kayakers and canoers and everybody having a lot of fun on here. So it's kind of fun if you're not into that. You can still come down and have a picnic and let the kids run around in the sand and throw rocks in the river and just have a great time.
Yeah, you can fish. Great place, again, for people watching as well. And this is also vastly becoming a great place for people to put in their canoe or kayak as well. So another great alternative for folks really just wanting to take a nice afternoon and enjoy the Little Miami River.
So if somebody puts in their canoe or kayak here, where would be a good place for them to take it out?
Well, we want them to stay in Milford. So just down the river, there is Jim Terrell Park. We'll be visiting that here in just a moment, and there's a great place. Another, again, alternative if you want to take your canoe out or your kayak out of the river and then just walk across the bridge and enjoy a great place to eat in Milford, or have a nice drink, or just walk around and meander throughout all of our boutiques and shops that we have here in Milford. That's another good spot.
I think it's a great idea. Why don't we go check out Terrell Park and see how that works?
Let's take a trip.
Let's go. Okay, so here we are in Terrell Park. So as we were promising, you can come right down the river to this location right here, pop out your canoe, jump in the car, and find your way right to our entertainment district right across the bridge. This is a great place to end your trip. Don't you agree?
It is, yes. Terrell Park is one of our increasingly highly utilized parks. And for that reason, we've actually expanded parking. Just like what we did at Jonas Park earlier, we obtained a grant from the Claremont County Parks and Recreation to expand our parking, to provide more parking opportunities for those folks that want to utilize the river. Also with Jim Terrell Park, we have a multi-purpose trail. So if you have a mountain bike and you're really into trails, that is a great place to start. A great picnic area if you want to come down here and just enjoy a view of the river. Some of the improvements that we have, future plans for our canoe takeout and put out, is to expand and improve on that, providing better access to the river for folks that want to utilize that for canoe and kayak purposes, and also increase the availability for public safety. If there's any incidents on the river, we have the ability for boats, rescue boats, to get in on the river and provide a safe and secure environment for folks enjoying the Little Miami.
Yes, this is a great addition to our parks. I do think that not many people know about the bike trail, so I'm glad that we're here to show you not only do we have kayak and canoeing, there is a trail for walking and biking. So make sure you check that out next time you're in the city of Milford. So we have some really exciting things coming up this year that we want to talk to you about, some exciting events happening right here in Milford. The first one that's coming up would be Street Eats, which is scheduled for September the 18th, Milford Street Eats, right, Michael?
Right, that is correct, Mayor. So this year it's Milford Street Eats. Again, as the Mayor mentioned, it's September the 18th from 3 to 10 p.m. here at Riverside Park. They're going to have 25 to 30 vendors here.
anything from funnel cakes to ice cream to sausage sandwiches to barbecue. So anything, if you're a foodie, this is the place to be on September 18th. It's going to be an all-day event. They're going to have festivities. They're going to have entertainment and music. They're going to have adult beverages if you're interested in that as well. So just come on out on the 18th. Support our Chamber of Commerce, support the city of Milford, and enjoy all of the food trucks and everything that it has to offer.
That sounds yummy. I really hope they have those deep fried Oreos.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
The best, right? Don't tell my trainer that, she'll kill me. Next on the calendar would be Art Affair. Art Affair is September the 25th from 11 to 5 right on Main Street. I do know that Art Affair, the Greater Milford Area Historic Society or Association, they are still looking for mediums. So if you want to participate in Art Affair, it is not too late. You can call City Hall and we will connect you to the person to call for that. You can set up your booth, whatever it is that you're selling or want to share with us. We would welcome to have you. So that would be great if you're interested in that.
It's great. You know, Art Affair is back. You
Yeah.
know, after last year and a COVID absence, and it's really good to have Street Eats back here in Milford.
Yep, looking forward to an exciting summer. All right, so with me is our Milford Chief of Police, Jamie Mills, and we are so excited to add another event to our calendar this year. Once again, National Night Out is back. After missing a whole year due to COVID, we are so excited to have this event back at Walmart.
Yes, at Walmart.
Awesome, so tell us a little bit about that.
Sure, it'll be Tuesday, August 3rd from 6 to 9. And if you're not aware, National Night Out is an annual community engagement campaign that promotes police community partnerships. So we'll be there with our partners from Miami Township, Claremont County, probably some surrounding agencies. We bring out a lot of our cool toys. You'll see things like our SWAT vehicles and our boats and just all the fun stuff that kids like to play on. There's free food and entertainment. It's really
Awesome.
just a great community party, and we are so excited to have it back this year.
So it is designed for families to come down. I do believe there's free food as far as like hamburgers,
Sure,
correct? Like
yep.
there's dinner, free dinners.
Yeah, Sora's provides terrific cheeseburgers and potato chips and snacks, water, that kind of stuff every year. So yeah, we're very grateful to have them back again this year.
And why is it called National Night Out?
Well, it started, I believe, in 1984 as a party, going away party for crime. And the way it originated was each little small neighborhood would have a little get together, a cookout. People pull their grills out, they would turn their porch lights on, and the police would stop by. And it's kind of evolved now into this kind of centralized party somewhere in your town. And in our case, you know, we're combining it with Miami Township.
Okay, and I believe that other communities will have their own version of National Night Out, correct?
Yes. It's the first Tuesday in August every year.
But Milford is working with Miami Township, and it will be at the Walmart parking lot.
Yes.
August 3rd, 6 to 9. Bring your kids. Come down and check it out.
And Mayor, there's another really neat event that we have every year, our Citizens Police Academy. So that's kicking off the first week in September this year. It's a 10-week program, and we use that as an ideal snapshot of the police department. It's the perfect opportunity for our residents to get a behind-the-scenes look at what we do day in and day out. So really excited about that. We do that also in partnership with Miami Township and the City of Loveland. So we're hoping we get some more applicants. So we really encourage our residents to stop down to the PD, call us, email us, any way you want to get a hold of us. We'll get you an application, but we really need to get those in as soon as possible.
Well, I am so excited about that. As you know, I am a Citizen Police Academy alum, and as well as some of my council colleagues. I highly encourage anyone to participate in this. If you wanted to do it, how do you process? How do that work?
Well, typically I would tell them to contact Officer Danielle Wilson or Adam Yeary, but just given that it's getting so close, if they'll just stop down or email any one of us, you can email me, jmills@milfordohio.org. I'd be happy to send you an application and get it processed as soon as possible. There's no expense to it. We do it completely free of charge. We give you the opportunity to volunteer with us. Our alum do a lot of neat things, as you know, helping out with Shop with a Hero, marching in parades. It's a really neat opportunity to get to know your police department and serve your community.
And classes are how often?
They're every week,
Okay.
3 hours, and if a resident can't make one of the classes, that's not a problem.
And they travel, right? You're never in the same place.
Right. We do some classes at our station, some at Miami Township, some at Loveland Station. We even take trips to the communications center and to the jail.
Awesome.
Air care. So there's a lot of different stuff that we do.
Yeah, it's such a great program. I highly encourage anyone to get involved, especially if maybe you've got some young adults that might be interested in law enforcement, that kind of thing, or even if you just want to get more involved in your community. It really is the perfect way to get involved. So join us, become a Citizen Police Academy alum by contacting Chief Mills and getting signed up. So guys, thank you for joining us on our first live episode of our city's newsletter, Milford on the Miami. I hope you enjoyed it. On behalf of all of our council colleagues, we invite you to our wonderful city. There's lots to see and do here, and make sure if you see us, you say hi. Have a great day.
I just want to give a shout out to Police Clerk Patricia Banks, who's retiring after 19 years of service with the City of Milford. She has served in a variety of capacities as a police clerk, as an accreditation manager, a property room manager, manager of our special events, and so many more functions that she did a terrific job at. We're really going to miss her and want to congratulate her on her retirement.
So that leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood.
Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is the Unit 1 crew from Woodlawn Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRC-TV.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
Welcome back to ICRC TV Sports coverage of boys varsity football. It's the Turpin Spartans and the Milford Eagles right now. Milford has a 14-6 lead. We hope you enjoyed that inaugural episode of Milford on the Miami. Keep an eye on our website for the next episode in a week or so. Mike, take us through the halftime stats.
Yeah, Glenn, I had made a comment before the first half was over about how the statistics were going to really be in the favor of Milford, and they are, but not as much as I thought. You know, Milford's run 34 plays for a net of 167 yards to 22 to 118 for Turpin. Obviously, Turpin had that long 76-yard pass right there before the end of the second quarter to get them onto the board. But really, the time of possession is pretty close, 13:50 for Milford, 10:10 versus Turpin. Statistically, it's pretty even. Milford has a slight edge on the scoreboard, obviously up 8. Let's see what happens here in the second half, Glenn. What kind of adjustments? And oh, by the way, yeah, we just there's Dusing on the sideline. Not good for the Eagles. He's on crutches, so obviously he won't be back for the rest of this game. Hopefully he gets healed up and get back on the field soon. Glenn, back to you.
Yeah, certainly wish the best for him, and hopefully he can find a way to get back on the field here in his senior season. As we talked about in the first half, these players have been through so much the last couple of years, and the injury just seems kind of cruel twist of fate. So let's hope it's minor in the grand scheme of things and he's able to return to the field for the Eagles very soon.
So speaking of returning to the field, both teams have made their way out to the field. Milford's going to kick, as we talked about. Turpin will get the second half kickoff and start the game going left to right and see what goes on. We got a second half of football. And if the second half is any indication, if the first half is any indication, we should have some good games here. Could come down to the wire, Glenn.
McDole and Gillick back deep to receive. It's McDole near the Milford sideline. Gillick on the near hash, back at the 5-yard line. So Max Crawford handles the kickoff duties. And that's going to land right to McDole inside the 10-yard line. He's going to look to his right, cuts back over to his left, steps over a couple of defenders, and is brought down at the 30-yard line. So a good return for McDole to give his Spartans good field position on their first offensive possession of the second half.
Number 36, Cameron Hensley on the tackle for the Eagles. So we talked about big plays, and that big one right there at the end of the second quarter, Glenn, got Turpin on the scoreboard. Let's see if they come out throwing the ball again.
Yep, momentum swung a little bit back to the way of the Spartans. Let's see if they can firmly grasp it. There's a handoff to Alcalde. Pick up about 5 or so yards to the right side.
And we talked about getting him going. So first play of the third quarter, Alcalde gets the ball.
It's 28 yards for him in the first half, but a big touchdown. They're going to go right back to him. The defense adjusts, and they're going to limit Alcalde to maybe a couple of yards with his forward progress.
3, 4, 6 Eagles over there assisting on that tackle.
That'll set up 3rd and 4 for the Spartans after 2 runs by Alcalde. See if Showlock dips into the passing side of the playbook to try to pick up this 3rd down.
Tight coverage on the wideouts for Milford. Milford's crowding that box. They're expecting to run here, Glenn.
Well, the passing game didn't exactly work a whole lot other than the blown coverage for the Spartans. So easy to understand why. Hand to Alcalde. He's got some room. He'll get the first down.
Yeah, nice work.
He'll be brought down as he crosses the 40-yard line.
Looked like for a minute there he might get tackled for a loss, but give him credit, he squared those shoulders up and got those tough yards to get the ball, move that ball, get that first down.
Just that senior experience, right?
Yep.
1st and 10 for the Spartans. Ball spotted on their own 41-yard line.
Here come the Eagles on a blitz. 44's coming in.
Showlock's got to get rid of it. He's looking for a receiver on the left side. Well overthrown, and a couple of penalty flags come in. So the Spartans will take it however they can get it, Mike.
Yeah. See if that was a holding or is that? I think it was holding. Right?
Well, the first flag came in by the official who was right there in front of it, and then the official in the middle of the field threw the second one.
Let's see what the call is here. Interference. Wow.
That is against Milford.
Yep.
Remember, our referees, the official press boxes across the field from us. What used to be the home stands here in Milford, now the visitor stands.
It's tough. It's tough for us to hear. Darn near impossible to hear it. So that's a big penalty. It's going to move the change, put the ball into Eagles territory at the Milford 46-yard line.
Same duo, Showlock and Alcalde. Milford showing some pressure.
And we're showing pressure up through the middle.
One receiver to either side of the formation now.
Man
in motion. Alcalde is going to try that right side again. He has it for a couple of yards. Spin move. Goes right back into the scrum. His forward progress should be marked right around the 40-yard line. So a gain of 4, maybe 5, depending on the spot.
So Alcalde sure is being the featured back like we thought he was going to be here in the third quarter, like we thought maybe he might be in the first half.
Yeah, passing to him, as we talked about, wasn't working. You might as well let him run it, see what can happen. Get the Spartans back in this ball game. Milford again showing pressure, and Milford will have to take an early timeout. Didn't like what they saw, or they didn't have the right personnel on the field. So with 9:57 remaining, just 2 minutes and 3 seconds elapsed in the third quarter, Milford takes their first timeout.
Yeah, very similar to the first quarter when they took an early timeout as well. So, you know, those timeouts could become pretty important toward the end of the game if it gets down to that point.
Nice shot there of the Turpin offensive huddle, and here's the Milford defensive huddle.
A lot of cat and mouse going on right here between these two coaches.
Yeah, you know, interesting chess game, as we like to say. You know, the Eagles anticipating the changes that the Spartans were going to make, and how will they adjust accordingly?
So the Eagles defense is coming back out. It's second. Is that about 5-1? Second,
yeah, 5, maybe 4. Scoreboard has it at 5.
Here come the Spartans offense. The Eagles fans are letting them hear they don't like them, which is what you would expect here at a high school football game.
Oh. Well, they weren't on the same page that time as Feltman jumped on the first clap. As Turpin, their quarterback Shulak, looked over for any adjustment from the sideline.
That's got to drive a head coach crazy, especially coming out of a timeout. Move the ball back. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Shulak under pressure, and he goes down. He's bumped and goes down right around the 50-yard line.
Wow. Again, didn't have much time, Glenn.
No, the Eagle defensive pressure has been relentless this whole game, other than the blown coverage.
Yeah, Cameron, am I saying that right? Jumaski, number 99 for Milford on that sack. Here's a replay. You can see, there it is. Really didn't have much time. So it's 3rd and 16, 15.
Two receivers set out either side. Pocket collapsed. Quick dump off. Again to Feltman. Feltman's really been the dagger in this Milford defense tonight. He slips away from a couple tackles. A flag comes in late, but as of now, the ball's inside the 10-yard line.
He was wide open coming across the middle on that. It's got obviously some blown coverage. Let's see what the flag is. Looks like that flag might be on Turpin. I see number 5, Taj Price, pointing toward the Turpin sideline.
Referees on the far side of the field will huddle up and talk about it. And we think it's going to be a block in the back.
So it'll be a first down, though. Just move it back. Nice call by the truck over there.
Yeah.
They had that.
Eagle-eyed producer.
Let's get a replay here. You can see it on the right side of the screen. Right there, you can see it just on the right side, the block in the back. You can see it continuing there. That's out of bounds. That was easy call.
Yeah, that's McDowell, senior. Still favorable field position. A little bit of
Calday on
games
the carry.
there, yeah. Calday looked like it was going to go one way. The play goes the other. Calday's brought down in bounds. The clock will continue to roll with 8:50.
Notice that Turpin tends to run Calday to the short side of the field. I wonder if there's it's obviously a reason for them doing that. There's another one. There's that
quick pass, yeah.
There's that wide receiver screen.
We'll get up some positive yards out of that one. I think it's complete to McDowell. Yeah, probably the first time that play's worked for positive yards, right?
Yep, so it's 3rd and
9.
Yeah, it can't be. It's
no, that
3rd and 5.
hasn't
Yeah,
caught up yet.
Yeah, they didn't just 3rd and 5.
Not a great vantage point for us here.
This could be 4-down territory.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think you got to get points here to get momentum back. It's an amateur coach talking, right? Dive up the middle.
See, he's going to be close. It's going to be 4th down. Looks like he's going to be maybe a yard or 2 short. Decision time for the. They're going. They're lining up.
Yeah, quick snap.
Trying to draw them off sides.
Now back into their more traditional formation. Got to be thinking out Calday here, and that's the way it goes. And again to the short side of the field to Mike's point. First down and then some. It should be 1st and goal right around the 5-yard line.
It is 1st and goal. Good play. It kept Milford back on their toes. They went in that scrum formation, Glenn. Then Milford had to adjust based on going back in a more traditional setup, and Alcalde picked up enough for the first down.
Good blocking by Turpin, as you saw there on our replay. Go back to Alcalde and again to the left side. He'll pick up a couple. 2nd and goal from 3, the 2-yard line, let's call it. It's actually going to be closer to the 1. Nope, 2. These angles give me everything. Trust my.
Why they stopped the clock. It's interesting.
Yeah. It sure will.
Clock's still not running.
Gridlock handoff. Milford defense.
Fumble the ball.
Up. Fumble is loose. Milford recovers is what we're hearing and seeing. Wow. What of a turn of events here, Mike.
Brandon Krieger on that fumble recovery. Wow. I didn't see what happened here, Glenn. Wait, we got an injury timeout on the field. Was it a blown handoff? Or?
I think it got knocked loose. Happened so quickly. Sir Josh will get it up here for us in a moment. Okay, now we got the replay coming up.
And watch for number 2. It looks like his helmet might have hit the ball. There it is right there. And a little bit of assist from number 99. So it was a twofold. 99 got him up high and Luani got him low.
So that was Gillick wearing number 11 for the Spartans. Wow.
That's an interesting call, Glenn. When you have Alcalde all day long running the ball, and then down by the goal line, you give it to Gillick.
Yeah, there you see a good shot up to Luani on the sideline a moment ago. Beautiful look. The yellow lab, service dog perhaps there.
Luani is a load, Glenn. He's 6'2", 245, and he's only a sophomore.
Heard some rumors. He's got the attention of some major programs. We'll see. Webster's going to barrel his way out to the 10-yard line.
You know, when you're pinned back like that, that's exactly what you want your running back to get some positive yards. Here's the run. You could just say it's Webster goes outside the tackle, and he gets some good positive yards and put the ball about the 9-yard line.
Go right back to him, zigzags out across the 20-yard line.
You know, the longer Milford stays in this game, the more their confidence is really, you can see they got some swagger on that team over there. They're not backing down from the big bully at Turpin here.
That's a valid point, Mike, and I wholeheartedly agree with you. A little bit of a low snap, hand off to Webster. He's going to get wrapped up, though, behind the line. You know, Coach Grippa in his pregame notes to us, came through our producer Josh, said that he felt like the offense had improved, and you know sometimes the coach says that and it's coach speak, but boy, they look pretty darn good out here tonight.
Yep.
Against a good defense.
Yeah, and he mentioned in his notes that they made a lot of mistakes on offense against Lakota East. They really were never in that game.
Comes a pass complete out to the 25, or the 24 make it.
And that's a sign of good coaching, Glenn. You watch the tape, you make those changes, and we've seen here tonight Milford being very disciplined, very few penalties on either side of the ball. That goes for Turpin as well. But no, go ahead. I'm just saying it's showing.
The pass was complete to Cam Livingston, who we had up on the screen for a few minutes. We're in jersey number 81. He's a junior receiver. Ball knocked away.
We're hearing the coaches over here in the box. They thought maybe number 38 might have jumped off sides. He surely was in there pretty quick.
It's Trey Carpenter, who's a senior middle linebacker for the Spartans.
Regardless, nice effort. He timed that jump perfectly to be able to knock that ball down from Harden.
So 4th and 7, the Eagles in punt formation.
McDowell back for the punt. See if he catches this.
Pressure got there
Nice
late.
punt.
Yep, nice high punt will be fielded and actually returned this time. It's caught around the 42 and we'll call it the 49-yard line.
Danny McCoy on the tackle for the Eagles. So the turnover down at the goal line didn't hurt the Spartans. They got the ball back on downs in pretty good field position. 5:26 to go in the third quarter.
I'll agree with you. I would say the time that Milford was able to chew up on the clock could haunt Turpin at some point. We'll see what they can do on this drive. Still one possession game.
Yep.
Milford a little late with the substitutions, getting the right folks on the field, but now we're set. First down from midfield. Gridlock, that pistol 4 yards behind. Pass is complete. in the Eagle territory down near the 40-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 42.
McDowell on the catch.
Okay, 2nd and short.
You know, the other thing I noticed, Turpin, this half is coming up the line of scrimmage and looking over to the sideline for some plays. I don't believe they did that in the first half.
Calday going to try the left side.
Oh, nice tackle over there by the Eagles. It's going to have enough for first down.
Yeah, it should be. Well, I think Turpin doesn't do it every play, Mike, but they have looked over for adjustments. I think, remember back in this half when we had the penalty when Feltman jumped on the first clap.
Yeah.
So they.
Yeah, you're right.
They do make it a habit to get that pre-snap read, but certainly not doing it every play. That's for sure. I think Schulach knows when something doesn't seem right with the Milford defense, he can take advantage of. He'll go ahead and snap the ball. Now Calday gets maybe a yard or two.
It's going to be 2nd and about 8 for the Spartans at the Eagles' 36-yard line. Chewing up a lot of clock here is the Spartans on this possession.
Kind of role reversal here.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
They want to keep the Milford offense off the field. We kind of thought it'd be the other way around.
4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Calday goes in motion. Fake to him. Schulach under pressure. He's going to be
Nice
wrapped
sack.
up right around the 41. They'll call it the 42.
There's that defensive line again, keeping that pressure on Turpin.
Stickle.
Called his name quite a bit. Stickle, number 37, is a senior. You can see him in there, wrapped him up, took him down. Little help from number 55. Nick Kleck. Third and long.
Yeah, 3rd and 11. Calday in the backfield with Schulach. Schulach's looking to pass. Here comes the pressure. He rolls to his left.
He's got a little opening.
Steps away from the pressure. He'll keep it.
Way short, Glenn.
Yeah, he's going to pick up maybe 3 or 4 yards on that run. So it's going to set up 4th and long from right around the Eagles' 33-yard line.
Yeah, they got to go for this.
Oh, yeah, I agree. You know, we've seen a variety of punts coming out of Roosevelt, but yeah, you don't want to put them in that situation.
Crowd's going crazy here. They want to stop by their Eagles.
Schulach back to pass. Feeling some pressure. Rolls out to his left, and he's brought down right around the line of scrimmage. So the Eagle defense holds up their end of the bargain and shuts down the Spartan offense.
Good coverage downfield by those defensive backs. Nowhere to throw the ball, so he had to tuck it, and he got thrown, and he got tackled before he got to the first down. So the Eagles take over on downs with great field position. Here's a replay. There's Stickle again.
Yep.
Young Stickle's all over the field today.
What a game plan by this Milford coaching staff on both sides of the ball. Turpin just seems to be lost, trying to find something that will work for them. And this has been a pretty high-powered offense this year. They scored 38 last week against an improving Loveland squad.
Yeah, and Glenn, through the first half, they had 118 yards in total offense.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a fluke. The Eagles are they're playing great defense tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. They're playing pretty well in all facets of the game.
Yeah, I mean,
other than the blown coverage.
Turpin was 2nd in the ECC at 431 yards a game.
Harden with time, threw behind his receiver. They weren't on the same page.
Looks like Harden thought it was going to be an out route, and number 81,
it's Livingston.
Livingston was going across the middle, so it's 3rd and 11.
Little miscommunication. We'll see if the Eagles can bounce back. We saw this 3rd and long situation before, and they were able to get the first down using both downs. A little different situation here, deeper in their own territory.
surprised Milford's throwing the ball and not trying to run the ball and take some time off the clock. Not that you got to go in clock management, but a couple quick passes. Now it's 3rd and long.
Yeah, I don't think this offensive play was by design there with receivers running everywhere, but Harden does a nice job of keeping it, and he'll use his legs to get the first down as he crosses over the 45-yard line. Nice run.
But he might be a yard or 2 short.
Oh, I thought he had it.
Yeah, it's close. Let's see if they're going to bring out the sticks. You know what, Glenn? He might have it.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
Oh, wow. Great run by Harden.
Referee on the near side says move him down.
Great move there. Again, he put his head down and got enough yardage for the first down.
Now you're catching the Turpin defense
way
out of position. Run up the middle, crosses into Spartan territory, up to around the 46-yard line.
That's Luani on the quarterback keeper there.
We've got a player limping off, so we're going to see some shuffling up on the offensive line.
Brad Krieger for the Eagles coming out. Looks like Milford's bringing in a completely different package here. They're going to go maybe with some 3 wideouts.
Looks like Harden and Kopp back in the backfield for this one, Mike.
Yeah, they're going to go 3 wide to the right, single out here to the left.
2nd and about 4.
Knocked down the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Had his receiver who's now limping across the middle. Pass was intended for Landon Forrest, listed as the starting tight end on the depth chart we received. A little gimpy.
Yeah, you know, Milford with the loss of Dusing tonight, they're a little thin in the receiver corps. So everybody's going to have to step it up a little bit.
The tight end is that area where you do have some senior experience with Forrest and Crouch, both seniors. Crouch 6'5", 205 pounds. Kind of gives you that Dusing size. Oh, nice little fake there, but overthrew his receiver on the run was Harden. Had the Milford or the Spartan defense biting.
I don't think that was going to go anywhere though, Glenn. Number 3 out there for Spartans. Sniffed that out a little bit. Now you're back to 4th and short. I believe you got to kick the ball. Yeah. I know, you know, you see some disappointment on the players out there for Milford, but you got to play field position now.
Yeah.
I mean, you're down to a minute left to go in the 3rd quarter. You're still, you know, you're still up 8. You got to try to pin them back.
4th and 3 officially. The ball will be snapped from the 46-yard line. Punter's back at his own 41. 1 man deep for the Spartans. Good
Nice.
kick, angled toward the right. Fair catch will be called for inside the 20, and a good fair catch, I believe that time, as the Milford Special Teams unit was down there in a hurry.
Nice punt there by Lucky. I think that's who that was. So now Turpin's got to go 81 yards to put in the end zone. So make him drive the length of the field.
1 minute, 3 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
See if that Eagles defense can rise to the challenge here.
I think Turpin wants to play keep away, but have a nice long drive. Alcalde to the right side. Cut back to his left, and it's going to take a couple of Eagle defenders to finally bring him down.
I think it might be a yard or 2 short of the first down.
A couple of Eagle defenders in there to make that stop. Taj Price was one for sure. So 2nd and short. Alcalde tries to spin move at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, I think he's going to be a yard short.
Yep.
I don't know. The referee on the far side's walking in at the 29, so it might be close. You know, one thing I've noticed, you don't see the measurements a lot, Mike.
Yeah.
The referees try to keep the games moving and
gave it to him.
Trust their eyeball, and there it is. No measurement, fresh set of downs.
You know, at some point in time, they're going to have lasers that's going to shoot across the field to see what it's supposed to.
Yeah?
Seriously, you can see that coming, right?
I'm still amazed in the NFL. They can't figure out when a ball's crossed the goal line sometimes. All the technology those guys have at their disposal.
Yeah, nice swarming defense by the Eagles. That's going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. A rather quiet 3rd quarter, Glenn. No scoring.
Yeah, Alcalde got the carry again. He's definitely been the adjustment here in the third quarter. But Turpin's still looking for answers. We're going to step away for a break. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter. You're watching ICRC-TV Sports.
Oh my gosh.
Hello everyone and welcome to ICRC-TV Sports.
Milford Eagles win.
Got it. Separation. Touchdown! Unbelievable. Milford has stormed all the way back.
Let's take a time out to talk about educational athletics. That means the school sports are an extension of the classroom. Student athletes earn the privilege of participation in sports by succeeding during the school day first, before they put on the team uniform after. Student athletes prove that with better attendance records, higher GPAs, and fewer discipline issues than non-student athletes. That's what it means to be a part of the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Thank you, Archie Griffin, and welcome back to the fourth quarter here at Eagle Stadium, powered by Cullen Electric. There you see our cable TV replay schedule for our Spectrum and Fioptic subscribers. And don't forget, you can always catch this show as well as all the other productions that our wonderful staff and volunteers produce at our website, ICRC-TV.com. Mike, take us through the third quarter stats.
Yeah, they're really even. 207 yards for Turpin, 205 for Milford. Time of possession now favors Turpin, which they really dominated that third quarter, but unfortunately we're not able to put any points on the board. Again, very evenly, statistically, Glenn, very even and very even on the scoreboard. So here we go. It's going to come down to the wire, I think.
Shulock was under pressure that time and had to check down to Alcalde on the right, despite having the three receiver formation to start that play on the left side. You know, you talked about Alcalde and that short side of the field. They trust him to make the most with not a lot of real estate over there.
Yeah, it seems. I can't remember the last time he went to the white side of the field.
Empty backfield now, man in motion. Shulock back to pass, steps up away from the pressure, has time, lets the pass go.
Oh, he missed it.
Broken up. Boy, that was the ultimate home run ball that the Spartans went for there. And not able to haul that ball in was number 7, Mackenheimer.
Wow, that ball was, here's a replay. I mean, it was perfectly thrown right there. He just let it get to his shoulder pads, Glenn.
First time we've called Mackenheimer's name tonight. He wasn't listed on the 2-deep before the game that we received, so.
He's going to be thinking about that one for tonight.
Probably doesn't want to watch that in film tomorrow.
Yeah.
4th and long, Spartans in punt formation, obviously. This deep in their territory, very light pressure from the Eagles. Punt will be fielded to 42. Some juking around. We'll bring it out across the 45. We'll see where they mark them officially.
Glenn, I got to believe Milford's going to, they got to run the ball, right? It's time to chew up some of the clock. You've got a short field.
You got the running backs to do it.
And you got the horses to do it, right? You could do you can Luani to pound it between the tackles. You can do Webster to go outside the tackles. You got Luani that can do the quarterback keep. I mean, you just got a lot of options, especially with Deucing out of the game, right? That downfield threat is not there right now.
And, you took the words out of my mouth. No Deucing, but still plenty of talent with those wide receiver spots to where you can run the jet sweeps and things like that. So I agree with you. Keep the ball on the ground at this point, unless there's just something obvious you think you can hit the home run. Coach Grippa seems to agree. A nice run on the left side off tackle.
He'll take 6-7 yards every time. I mean, that's just ideal.
And of course was Webster at 200 yards coming into this game. 204 yards to be exact. He's netted 26 through the third quarter, but picked up 7 or so more there.
Alcalde's got 65 yards through 3 quarters. Well below his average.
I'll tell you, these scents of fall are killing me. First it was the hamburgers and hot dogs, now it's the fires in the backyard over here.
Good effort by Webster to get that first down.
Sure was. Great second effort.
Yeah, it's Fall's not that far away, Glenn.
Yeah.
I know next week is supposed to be pretty hot around here, but fall's coming.
Just love that smell for sure.
Clock continuing to run. You've got to believe Milford's keeping it on. Well, there it is.
He's going to pass.
They're
They're going for the home run ball.
Looking deep.
Separation, but overthrew him just a touch. No flags.
Good coverage back there by Turpin. I can't see that number. Number 8, maybe? For Turpin, is that maybe? Abatello? Yeah. Grady Abatello on coverage. Good job back there.
Shane confirmed it for you, so you were on that one, Mike. It was intended for Reese Davis, you see on your screen there wearing number 7.
Here's a replay here. You could see you couldn't put a piece of paper between those two. Great coverage.
He got just enough there. If he hadn't been overthrown by a couple yards, he might have been able to get that on the fingertips. But 2nd and 10, nonetheless, Milford will go back on the ground.
There's a penalty. Now I can smell the fire. Couldn't smell it before, but now I can.
You thought I was in fantasy land over here.
I thought something was going on. I was going to. Looks like that's going to be a holding call on the Eagles.
Yeah. So a couple of miss.
Watch here in the middle of the screen. Looks like number 59.
That's our starting center.
Is the culprit. Got called for holding. You can see it right there. Yep. Right there on number 75.
Can't hardly blame it. His 9 was stretched out into like the Michelin Man. The defender had that thing stretched across so much. All right, 2nd and a bunch for the Eagles after the penalty and the missed long pass opportunity.
9:48 to go in the game. Milford in a 2nd and a whole bunch. You got to believe. We're going to put it.
Blitz.
He's got him open.
Steps up away from the pressure.
Oh, he caught that ball, Glenn.
Complete. Amazing. Reese Davis.
He caught that ball.
We've called his name a couple times tonight, and he has really stepped up to fill the void of Chase Ducey.
Man, he laid out for this ball.
And this young man is a sophomore, Mike.
He's a 5'9" sophomore. He used all 5'9" plus his arm length to catch that ball because that was a heck of a catch and a great throw.
So
here we go. Here's the replay. You can see him.
Wow.
He got it. Great. You can see the quarterback. Like, nice job.
I think you need to send that one into the news stations, Josh. It's great camera work by
Unani on the.
Still stumping over defenders inside the 25 and finally forced out of bounds. That's the run that
you're not
Eagles
taking him down with arms. No way. Not that 245-pound.
No, you better get low and hang on.
Yeah. Here's a replay.
Wow.
What a spin move.
A couple of fantastic moves in a row on consecutive plays. First by Davis and now by Luani. And he's going to stay out there. So 1st down for Milford.
Here's a replay. You can see right here. It's like, no, you're not taking me down with that.
Nope.
I'm going to spin and get 7-8 more yards.
So 2 in the backfield with Harden now. Maybe they're looking for the end zone. They want the extra protection. Now Harden's going to keep it himself up the middle on the draw.
That's Luani.
Oh, Luani, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. They're going to just keep feeding that horse.
Yeah, for sure.
And keep that clock going.
Trust him to get those tough yards.
Yep.
Now
Webster's
going to come in for Luani, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be a direct snap to him.
Yeah, I don't see Harden in there. Down to 16 seconds on the play clock. You can hear the coaches over here kind of tell them to get going.
All right, so Webster is going to take a direct snap on this one. He'll keep it himself. Nice blocking on the left side. Lets that play develops. Gets himself inside the 15-yard line.
Going to be close to another 1st down. So a nice change of pace. They're bringing Luani and Webster in on these direct snaps. And they're just moving the chains. It's going to be 3rd really short.
Webster's cursing that shoe right now. This is his moment to shine. He can't trip on his shoelace, and he can't get that thing to stay tied.
He's down there working it.
conversation on the Turpin sideline. You see there, great work by our crew tonight. And
absolutely.
I know these guys are thankful for the wonderful weather, which hasn't been in great supply through the first 3 weeks of this season. Webster.
He's going to be close, Glenn. He's going to be real close.
Yeah, they're going to spot it at the 11, and
They're
that,
gonna get the first down.
Yeah, the official on the far side, or the near side for us, gives it a first down. Yeah, nice mix up here with Luani and Webster coming in, keeping this Turpin defense on their heels. Not quite sure what to expect.
Luani's back in now, so they're going to go with this. This is working well for them.
I'd like to be the defensive coordinator on the schedule the next couple of weeks after seeing this tonight. Luani has 2 in the backfield with them in their jumbo blockers. Probably going to be a designed run, I would think. Don't think I'm going to go out too far on a limb in saying that. He lets it develop. Nice spin up to the 5. Really patient running, Mike.
Yeah. And Glenn, you see that those numbers on that clock are getting smaller, which is this is eating up a lot of clock, and they're making positive yards. You know, this if they're able to punch this in, this bodes well for the Eagles.
We are now more than halfway through regulation.
You had to say that word, didn't you?
I say regulation. I learned my lesson a long time ago up here with you.
Yeah, we've had some of those. Oh my gosh, the sun's coming up.
Okay, 2nd and 5. Keeper powers through 3 or 4 Spartan defenders. Is Luani. He's inside the 5. Milford coach is next to us, wanted a face mask. No laundry on the field that I see.
It's another one of those things. We're awfully far away. How can you tell if he's grabbing a face mask?
I'm just kind of hoping to will something into the bean, I think. If you say it, it's true, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's true. Say it enough, you'll convince yourself.
All spotted on the 5.
3rd and 4.
I wonder what that sign was about. RSVP and had somebody's cell number. Anyway, Milford knocking on the door. Luani at quarterback has a hole up the middle and will slide into the end zone for a touchdown. What a great adjustment by the Milford coaching staff with Luani and Webster at quarterback.
Glenn, they had no answer. They had no answer. Turpin had no answer to that offensive setup. Zero.
The Eagle lost his head there. So happy he lost his head. Milford goes ahead, 20-6, point after try coming up here. A little bit of a low snap.
Block.
And no good.
So it's a 2-score game.
Yep, 2-possession game, 20-6, 4:51. And outside of a few runs by Alcalde, Turpin, said it 1,000 times in this show, has nothing working offensively.
Look at the body language on the sideline.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just hanging their heads. They don't have an answer.
Yeah. You know, Alcalde had some good runs there in the 3rd quarter, but really Turpin's just not found a whole lot of anything to work other than taking advantage of blown coverage by the Eagles on 2 instances.
Right. So you've got to believe right now, down 2 scores, they got to strike quick. They need another one of those 76-yard plays in order to get back into this game. Because Milford, you got to believe they're going to stick with what took them down here. That is Luani and Webster. Nothing against Hart, but that combination has worked phenomenally for them.
Turpin has no answers for that kind of power running game, unfortunately. And as I said, there's some defensive coordinators in ECC that are going to see this film and think, oh boy, got our work cut out for us.
Yeah, there it is. He lost his head.
So happy he lost his head.
All right, so the Eagles are going to kick off to Turpin here.
So you kick deep?
Yeah, you got to.
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Yeah, you got to make them go as far as they can on the field. Can't get them short field.
Yeah, that was my thought exactly. Do not want to give Turpin a short field. Make them work for every inch of turf. Nice kick. It's going to be angled over to the left side, or the right side, fielded inside the 10. Run more across the field than down the field, but advanced the ball up to the 19-yard line. So 81 yards, 14 points, and 4:41 to try to make it happen.
Yeah, that punt returner went the length of the field the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And he got it into 10. He actually only advanced that 8 yards.
It's the old saying, north-south, not east-west.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Well, I got you. I was just trying to put a cliche in there.
Well, the days of GPS is you don't need to know north-south. You just put in the address and just listen, and they'll tell you what to do.
Sense of direction is getting to be a lost art.
Yeah. Reading a map is done.
What's a map?
Yeah.
Shulak, screen out to
nice.
his left side. Not a whole lot there, though, for the Spartans. The pass was complete to Jillick.
Great tackle by Toto Luwani, his brother. How about that? I didn't know he had a brother out there. Did you, Club?
I saw both names on the roster, but I wasn't.
He's a sophomore. They must be.
Wasn't sure of the
Are they
relationship.
twins? They got to be. They're both sophomores. Maybe not.
Not sure. We'll have to dig into that for our next show.
Oh!
Shulak stacked from behind.
Samoski on the tackle.
Oh my goodness. Surprised he didn't get a little taunt there for his feeding his belly thing.
Yeah. Watching too much TV. All right, 3rd and 11 for the Spartans, pinned way back in their own territory, about the 17-yard line.
Shulak and Alcalde, 3 receivers to the right. Alcalde in motion. Shulak
looking deep.
Looking to
He's
pass.
looking.
Has time. Should be good defense over there.
He caught it.
Wow. With a defender draped all over him. Louis Burke goes up and brings that ball in for a big gain for his Spartans.
Wow, that's exactly what Turpin needed. Good, like you said, Glenn, great coverage. Just Brick went up, wanted it more. Clock running, 3:20 to go.
And Shulak had all the time in the world. So quick pass over to the right side now will be caught right around the 33. Go back and take a look at the previous play. That was McDowell on the completion just now.
You can see he just went up and got it. The defender never turned around and looked for the ball.
Never got his head around. Usually that's a flag waiting when that happens.
Yep.
So 2nd and short. Shulak with time, has an open
Wide
receiver on the left side. It's Burke again.
Young Mr. Burke's come alive here in this drive.
Well, the Eagles backed off the pressure, and Shulak, when you give him time, is dangerous. He's a senior.
Here we go. 3 minutes to go in the game. Turpin knocking on the door.
Gonna stick with the 5 wides, an empty backfield for Shulak.
They're using up clock. This could be valuable time they're using.
I would agree. A little bit of pressure, quick pass, incomplete, no flag.
Stickle on the coverage.
Trying to find Burke again. Stickle showing some of that veteran leadership. Stood up to make a big play.
Here's a replay. Stickle had good position on him. Was able to get that hand in there last second and knock it away.
Flock. All the Milford fans have come alive. 2:38. Ball spotted around the 8-yard line.
Turpin better hurry up. They're down to 10 seconds on the play clock. They're going to need these timeouts. Are they going to run this down? What are they doing?
Shulak doesn't have a clue.
Oh my gosh.
And he just saunters up to the line, and
they're
going to take the penalty, I guess. I'm not sure what's happening.
That's silly if they get a delay of game. Unless maybe they're saying the play clock wasn't reset.
It was a timeout taken by Milford. Now, that was a little odd in the fact that Shulak knew there was a timeout, but the officials didn't until Coach Grippa came out onto the field, it appears.
I see Coach Grippa said something to somebody. Somebody's going down by the band and telling them as far as the noise. So good sportsmanship on the side of on the side of Coach Grippa where they're making that noise down there by the end of the end zone, right? Right? Good sports.
I'll buy that.
Okay, good.
I'll buy it.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, there we go. There's an explanation.
Yeah, we just heard from our producer who heard from our sideline cameraman that Milford was about to get a sideline warning for the noise.
Yep.
It's a football game, right?
Yep. So obviously no timeout is taken there by either side. Oh, yeah. I guess, yeah. No, because Milford took a timeout earlier, right? So
yeah.
they have two. So no timeouts.
Yeah, they took one early in the second half. Remember?
So Turpin gets lucky. They're going to get a new play clock and no time taken off the game clock.
So 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
Place is rocking.
Shulock with time. Now the pocket collapses. He rolls to his left. He has a beeline to the end zone, and he's going to be forced out of bounds a couple yards shy.
Good pursuit over there by the right side of the defense for Milford. As you can see here, great coverage on the defensive backs. Pocket collapses on him.
Yep.
He tucks it, and he thinks he's got a clear shot to the end zone, but no. Number 34 for the Eagles, Ian Worthington, said, "You're not taking that thing into our end zone."
Saw Big Zaromsky coming at him,
Yeah,
decided I need to get out of here. Boy, comment on this noise here in a minute. 2:31, Shulock, quick pass, touchdown. Pass was complete to number 4, Louis Burke, who came up big several times on that drive. But nonetheless, just 2:28 remaining in the contest. Is Turpin giving themselves enough time?
Well, they got to make this extra point to cut it to a one-score game. I guess it doesn't matter.
No, you can go for 2.
You can go for 2 if they don't make this, yeah. Great persistence on the part of Turpin. They had some adversity in that drive, and they answered the call.
So the kicker is Lucas Jones. We were giving Robbie Carson. Extra point is good. So it is now a 7-point game, 20-13, 2:28 remaining. And I hate to make this point right after Milford gives up a touchdown, but have you ever heard this stadium erupt and vibrate the way it was on that drive? Even once they got the band calmed down.
Yeah.
This was an engaged crowd here on the Milford side tonight.
Yeah, yes they are.
And I don't remember that kind of noise or the press box rocking and rolling like it was.
And Glenn, there's still people standing outside by the fence. Now the stands cleared out a little bit, which is pretty normal, but you still got a pretty packed crowd, and they've gotten their admission fee tonight. They've seen a heck of a ball game, and it's not over yet.
Still setting up for an exciting finish. It's a 1-possession game.
Turpin's got all their timeouts. Milford only has 1 left.
Good look at the crowd, and then you head down toward the flock. Some of our more veteran fans.
That's very nice.
I thought I pulled that off pretty good. Hey, I'm going to be one of them someday, so I got to be careful.
That's true.
I'm not far away from that.
Well, it's been a fun game, Glenn.
Yeah.
We expect, I think you and I probably expected more than 33 points on the scoreboard, especially with what these offenses have been able to do through 3 games of the season. But nothing wrong with a good defensive battle.
As I was sitting at home doing a little bit of prep work before the game, I kept telling myself, this is why they play the games.
Yeah.
Paper's not worth what it's written on. And Milford has really came out and surprised everyone tonight, and that kickoff will trail into the end zone for a touchback.
Milford thought maybe the Spartans might do a little pooch kick, so they had nobody back to field that kickoff. So, all right, Milford's it's crunch time now for the Eagles. See what they do as far as the offensive setup here, Glenn.
Or that squibber, like we saw earlier, could have been a possibility for Turpin, man. Nonetheless, deep kick. Offensive huddle breaks up. I see Harden.
Harden's going back in.
But you have Luani out there in the backfield.
So there you go.
Are they going to line up side by side to try to keep the defense guessing?
So here it is.
Luani with his hands behind his back playing coy. Now it gets
Maybe it's a direct snap. Handoff to Luani.
Quick handoff to Luani, who barrels his way through the line. And that's going to be about 9 yards.
Turpin takes their first timeout.
Well,
yeah,
Turpin's feels like they got a chance with what they were able to do on that last drive.
Well, Milford can get a couple first downs, Glenn, then it's take a knee.
This will be a huge win for this Eagles team. They had a couple of relatively easy wins over Edgewood to start the season and against league rival Walnut Hills last week.
Right.
But a lopsided 35-0 lightning delayed loss to Lakota East, one of the top 20 teams in the city, easily out of arguably one of the toughest conferences in the city.
Right.
In the GMC. Where it's a dogfight every week. But this ECC has gotten a lot tougher with the addition of Little Miami, who's shown some flash this year. Winton Woods, of course, a perennial contender. Lebanon coming into the league. So this ECC is tough. And I think we mentioned it earlier. The league did vote to go to a 9-game football schedule, league schedule next year. So only one non-conference game before you get into the meat of the league schedule. Nice run. Gets past the second level. 40, 30, 20.
Horse collar.
Horse collar, perhaps.
They didn't call that.
Down inside the 15-yard line, but
wow.
A heck of a run by Luani.
Wow.
Right in front of the official, Mike. So
I can't believe they didn't call that, Glenn.
Maybe they're saying he didn't go all the way inside. I don't know. It's such a fine line on that call, it seems like. And now Luani's going to sit and...
here's a replay. Again, once he gets through that line of scrimmage, he's got some pretty good breakaway speed.
Absolutely, he does.
Great how he puts that ball in the opposite arm.
Now you know why there's talk of some pretty prominent programs.
That's horse collar all the way. I'm not gonna. But anyway.
Okay. Clock is winding at 1:50. Harden and a quarterback. We've got to reset the clock. We're hearing someone yell.
151, I think.
So delay, well, but we're saying the clock wasn't reset. So which is it going to be? Is it going to be a penalty? It looks like it. They're lining up.
Yeah.
The yardage back, so that'll wipe out a few yards.
I think you just got to hand the ball to Luani right here.
Well, he's out. That's Webster.
Oh, Webster. That's okay.
Luani had a cramp in his calf. Easy for me to say.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Look like over there.
He's still over there getting it worked on.
But, yeah, it's not a drop-off with Webster, as we've talked about. So there you see part of the Milford Brain Trust. Coach Kripke there. Turpin takes another timeout. So they have one left. They're down 7. Milford has the ball deep in Turpin territory.
So let's think about this. So you can run a play. That'll take, what, 25 seconds off? Right?
Yeah.
Take a timeout before the play clock goes. Do you risk kicking a field goal?
Well, you want 2-possession game. That's what you want at this point with this kind of time left. It obviously goes without saying, right?
Yeah. So you're going to run the ball. That'll be 3rd down.
So Milford has not attempted a field goal yet this year. You have Mason Cooper and Max Crawford, who both have attempted extra points. They were perfect on extra points coming into tonight. 5 of 5 and 4 of 4 respectively.
So there's the last timeout. So you got 1:37. So you can technically you can get this down to just a little over a minute.
Turpin takes their final timeout, as Mike said. Clock frozen at 1:37. There you see Harden. There you see anxious yet hopeful Turpin sideline, and there you see the quarterback over there, Will Shulock, juggling the ball in his hands, jersey number 12.
Well, you didn't answer my question. Did they try a field goal?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. I don't trust the high school kicking game.
So
unless you've got a proven commodity in a field goal kick.
So help me understand. I should know this, but I don't. I'm going to ask the question. So if they attempt the field goal and they miss it, does the ball get spotted? Or is it, did they take over where the field goal was attempted at?
Attempted at, I believe. Right?
Okay, I don't know if it is it a touch.
You mean where the holder is or where the ball snapped
Where the
from?
ball was snapped from.
Yeah, I believe it's where it snapped
Okay,
from.
okay.
Yeah. That's what I believe.
Okay.
I don't think you give them bonus yards on the snap.
So, yeah, so we'll see where the ball ends up here.
Okay, 3rd and long. Webster with Harden, right? Luani, sorry. Nice run up the middle.
He fumbled the ball!
Oh, and it's picked up inside the 5. Oh, my goodness. What a turn of events. What a turn of events.
Oh, my Lord.
Holy cow. If you saw that coming, raise your hand. That was William Johnson who recovered. Where was it?
Holy smokes.
Or was it Feltman?
You could hear a pin drop in this place right now. Wow.
Anxious to see the replay there so we can try to figure out what happened.
Holy smokes.
Here it is. So Luani got tripped up and
Number 3 knocked it out of his hands.
Yeah, Covington reached around and punched it out. Number 3.
Wow.
And then it was recovered by Feltman.
You got to keep the ball in front of you. You can't let a big play. Okay.
Pass broken up.
Okay, that's all right.
That works for the Milford faithful. Pass was intended for McDowell.
All of a sudden, there's a little bounce in the step on Turpin's sideline.
Yeah, well, as I commented before the fumble, hopeful, anxious yet hopeful, and had a little karma roll their way. Schulach back to pass with time, dumps it off,
Keep it in front.
checks
Perfect.
it down, but the clock will keep running after the completion out to Feltman. 62 ticks at this point. Schulach, quick pass over to the sideline. Him and his receiver not on the same page. He's looking for McDowell. So the clock stops, 58.5. It's 4th and long for the Spartans. You have to think they've got to do it here.
Fans are on their feet, Glenn, cheering them on.
Hope something really rolls their way otherwise. Got to keep this drive alive, not turn the ball over.
Down to 15 seconds on the play clock.
On downs or otherwise, they're just now getting set, so probably going to be 5 seconds or so when the ball snapped.
Timeout, Milford.
Milford takes a timeout, which probably saved Turpin's bacon a little bit because we were down to 2 seconds on the play clock. So Milford now out of timeouts. Both teams out of timeouts in regulation.
Oh boy. We called it. We said down to the wire. And this is kind of down to the wire.
It is.
They got a long way to go.
And a short time to get there. So if you're Turpin, do you keep the drive alive at this point? I'm assuming you do. You get enough for the first down and hope your receiver gets out of bounds. You don't go for a home run at this point, right?
Can't.
Risk turning it over on downs this deep in your own territory.
Because the clock will stop at a first down, so you can get set. But no, you can't.
Okay.
Unless you got somebody streaking down the middle of the field with nobody by him, you can throw. But you got to get the first down.
Here's where the Milford defense and the defensive staff earn their pennies, so to speak. Big play here, obviously.
Look how they're going, Glenn. Look where the defensive backs. I don't understand this. They're guarding against the big pass. They're going to give them the first down.
Milford crowd erupts. Pass is complete across the middle. Mike was exactly right. But the receiver tackled in bounds. So the clock will stop just long enough to reset the chains.
So they're playing that prevent. They're going to give them all those first downs, try to keep them in bounds.
Do you want to use the prevent cliche, or do you want me to?
You go ahead and use it.
Oh, my goodness. I get it to a certain extent. You don't want to give up a deep pass on a blown coverage and tie the game this late, but again, you don't want to risk a missed tackle somewhere and somebody slip by and hope your 4 deeps get to them.
Exactly.
Calday in motion. Shulock back to pass. Pressure coming. Rolls back over to his right. Still has time. Fires the pass. It's complete at the 40-yard line.
See, I'm not a big boy. All it does is prevent you from winning.
Well, there you go. 38.1 seconds, and look how quickly Turpin has moved the ball downfield. At some point, I think you got to tighten it back up and put some pressure. It's worked for you the whole game. The only big plays you've given up have been blown coverages.
I know.
Shulock all kinds of time. Fires across the middle. Complete. That'll be another first down. Spartans in Eagles territory at the 44.
I don't know why I'm nervous, but I'm nervous.
And Shulock will clock it. Wowza.
Man.
No timeouts for Milford to try to get out of this prevent. It'll have to be an on-the-fly adjustment. They're going to stick with 3 deep, it looks like. 3 up front, 5 across the middle, 6 across the middle. This one moves back.
Yep. They're basically giving them 15 yards on every throw.
So you got 3 on the line, 5 linebackers, 3 deep safeties. Corners split out. Shulock fires across the middle, overshoots his intended receiver, and nearly intercepted there by Milford's number 3. Or that I'm falling for that 3 again, aren't I? Well, that was 3. That's Burleson. I got that one right. That's Bryce Burleson.
Not only was it almost intercepted, but it almost got tipped into one of the another Turpin receiver.
Yeah.
Sorry, Glenn. I didn't mean
No, you're good. So 3rd and 9, 24 seconds on the dot. Ball's on the 44-yard line. Shulock with time, steps up, fires, complete in the middle of the field. That'll be another first down for the Spartans. That pass was complete to Burke, who's come up big. And Turpin will clock it. 15 seconds for them to find the end zone. Ball's at, the 27, let's call it.
Wow.
Now Milford's got to buckle down, Mike, defensively.
Wow. Well, you know where they're going. They're going over here to, they got single coverage on the far right.
Going to load up on the left side as the man goes in motion. Shulock under pressure, steps up, fires, knocked away.
10 seconds.
Pass was intended for number 5, Feltman.
Some good pressure finally by the defensive line on Milford.
Well, you had to, right?
Yeah, you had to.
You got to stop the bleeding. And put the pressure on what's been working. Trust your defense. 3rd and 10, 10.2 seconds.
You can hear I'm sure you can hear the noise through our headset.
Press box is rocking and rolling from every direction. Loaded up on the left side. Alcalde's going to go in motion over to the right. Shulock with time, going for the end zone, out of bounds. No flag.
Yeah, you can't call him.
Milford defender slow to get up down there, Mike. Sorry. Pass was intended for McDowell.
Here's a replay. Watch this. This is a great shot we got for you right here.
Coming right at our cameraman. Out of bounds.
He was out of bounds.
Boy, that was a good 5 yards
nice
out of
job
bounds.
down there by the cameraman. All right, 3 seconds to go.
4th down. Do or die in more ways than one. Both teams are out of timeout.
They got 3 seconds.
Yeah,
They're going to run out of time.
They're going to take the delay of game just to make sure they get the right play call. Boy, didn't they make an adjustment to that rule a couple years ago? Maybe it was only on the pro level. You know, after the situation
when you get penalized
with
on the clock?
and the Patriots.
Yeah.
Must be cartoon night, right?
A great sign out there on the Milford flock. They're pumped up.
There's been some bam-bams from this Milford football team on both sides of the ball tonight.
Oh, they're really fired up.
With some offensive confusion for Turpin. Shulock doesn't look confident in what he's doing. His receivers didn't look confident. Calls for the ball. Slides left away from the pressure. Dumps off to Acalde.
That's it.
And Acalde will be short of the first down by about 4 or 5 yards.
Wow.
So the Milford Eagles hang on and emerge victorious 20-13.
Wow, Glenn, what a game.
Whew. Boy,
what a game.
What some tense moments down the stretch here for both teams and both fan bases.
Oh my gosh.
But congratulations to the Milford Eagles and their coaching staff. They were decided underdogs if you followed the prep picks this week by our colleagues at the Inquirer. And Milford surprised a lot of people tonight with some different formations, some different ways of thinking on both sides of the ball, and they'll get a league win.
Big win.
Wow.
Big win.
Wow. So Turpin will fall to 3-1 on the season. Their first defeat after some pretty impressive victories right out of the gate, Mike.
Yeah. I'm usually not a loss for words, but I was very, very impressed with what Milford was able to pull off today.
Milford will improve to 3-1, 2-0 in the league as you look over the stats.
Yeah, again, very close. Milford ran 67th place for 361 yards. Milford ran 61 plays for 351. Even the game. Glenn, what do you think?
Well, the one that jumps out to me is Luani, 145 yards gained.
Yeah.
That's what he netted. Acalde, 65 yards. That, to me, is the difference in the game.
Yeah.
The Eagles shut down the Spartans' running attack, and the Spartans didn't have an answer for the Eagles' running attack. And again, a couple blown coverages, really the difference in this ball game.
Yeah. It was a fun game. Glad to be part of it. Thanks for everybody helping putting it together. Big win for the Eagles.
Thanks to Josh Simstrot and our crew, and thanks to you for tuning in. Your final, once again, Milford 20, Turpin 13. Thank you for tuning in. You've been watching ICRC-TV Sports. That was fun. Josh, it looked great.